Here we are, back at it again. Hey folks, welcome back to another day. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Dee and I make lifestyle content that chronicles my everyday life. And I also do reviews on black and brown owned businesses. So if that's something that you like, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to stick around, and turn the notification bell on so that you're notified every single time I upload a video. It's been a while since I've done that, but let's get into it. Okay. By the time you see this video, it's probably been at least 6 or 7 months since I put out a video. And was that intentional in some ways? Maybe a little bit, but at the same time, not so much. I don't have much time to talk, but this vlog is going to be a little bit longer because we're going to be catching up, talking to you guys about lots of things, kind of what's to be expected of the channel, the type of videos that I'm going to be doing. Newsflash, not much different than what we've been doing. Kids say life has been lifing real hard, and so that's kind of why I haven't really posted. A lot has happened. Like I said, there was a lot that was going on probably for the past year or so. And we'll talk about stuff in the US. We'll talk about stuff in South Africa. We'll talk about stuff with the friends and family and animals and all sorts of things, just to, like I said, catch you guys up, catch up with you guys and all of that. So where to start? First off, where am I? I'm in South Africa. Am I here permanently? No. And I will explain a little bit why that's the case. The short end of it is we bought a piece of property in South Africa and I am in that house, I'm in that property. We're not here permanently, we don't live here, technically speaking. But anyway, so yes, we bought a house here for several different reasons. One, because the main thing and kind of the main motivation behind buying a house here was to have a place that felt like home away from home. So that's the short end of the stick. Like, I'm trying to be quite concise with the things that I'm catching you guys up on, because there's going to be probably a ton of videos after this one kind of explaining more about a lot of different processes that I feel like a lot of people would like to know about, especially Black Americans, when it comes to buying property in other countries, especially if they're African countries, and then specifically for us right now, South Africa. Now, my boo and I are not made out of money. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I tell y'all that all the time, even when I go shopping and all of that. We budget like crazy. We save our money like crazy. At this point in our lives, we're really big on investing in ourselves, investing in our futures, investing in our children one day, you know, just trying to create generational wealth in some way. And we firmly believe that one way of doing that is by investing in property. So I'll speak specifically about buying a house here in South Africa. I can't speak to other African countries because we haven't done that yet. Like several years down the line, we're hoping to be able to do that. But right now, I'll be able to kind of talk more about the process of buying a home in South Africa. I won't talk much about house stuff during this video, so you'll just have to watch out for the house video and all the details, because I have to put my notes together, because I want to make sure that I'm giving as much information as I possibly can. Whether you're subscribed to my channel or not, doesn't matter. I'm really just here as a conduit of information. And I feel like if I know something or have something that I can pass on to other people, I'm going to do that. I'm not necessarily going to put a price tag on that. I'll also talk about buying a car. I'll talk about like the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's some things that I can't talk about legally, and I think maybe at some point, if it gets to a point where I am able to talk about those things, I will. Right now, there are certain things that I can't go into a lot of detail about. You might hear me repeat myself a couple of times because it's been a while, like I said, since I've sat down and just kind of chatted with you guys. The last time that we hung out was when I was crying over my boy, Ranger Danger. He's been gone for a little while now, and that first, I'd say like month was really, really difficult because, and I think I might have said that in that video, I'd never felt a huge, just real close connection with any of our pets before. And I think that he was the first dog that I felt like a real connection with. Like, he was like my shadow. He was always around, always wanted to be around me, unless it was eating time. Then he didn't care about nobody. But he was always wanted to be around me. He was so much fun. He was such a goofball. I mean, I love Maya, don't get me wrong, but she's totally a daddy's girl, and that's totally fine. Ranger was like my boy. Oh, I can't see it. That's my boo. I don't think you could see him because it's dark back there. gosh, I married the biggest goofball in the world. But anyways, so it's been difficult trying to live life without, you know, an animal that you've been really, really close to. But we've been okay. Things have been okay. I decided to start vlogging.
Yeah, I see. Vlogging again.
I know. I'm trying. Hey, you just leave the door open? Oh. Hey folks, welcome to the kitchen. It's dark and I'm speaking kind of low because Boo is asleep and I'm still up. So I came down here because I'm like in the middle of a lot of things. And so I came down here to make some tea. But yes, welcome to the kitchen. So, as I said, I'm about to make myself some tea. I really like this brand of tea. I'm quite particular about my tea, and so we use this, which is this fresh pack Fourways tea, which I'm not typically a fan of Fourways tea, but that's what we're working with. So I'm gonna make me some, but I figured I kind of left y'all on red yesterday or the day before, whenever I had started vlogging. And my boo had interrupted. And you know, if you watch my vlogs long enough, you know that when he interrupts and is being silly and just be distracting me, I completely lose my train of thought and then I don't pick up the camera for like another day or two. But I wanted to, I'll talk more about the house and everything like that later on, like I said, in a separate video, because I've already garnered some interest, whether through word of mouth, through social media, through whatever, from people who are interested about like buying property or, you know, possibly one day relocating, because I feel like since we do have our visas, which is awesome, I don't think I mentioned that just yet, but we have our visas, and I'll be talking about visa process and stuff in another video. I think it's just kind of important to bring that information to people if you're able to. And sorry if I seem kind of shifty, because like I'm awake and this place gets real dark and kind of creepy at night. So yeah. But like I said, I'm trying not to speak too loud because my boo is asleep. Now mind you, he's probably in total la la land and can't hear me. Plus he has like fans on and stuff, so I'm pretty sure he can't hear me at all. But I still want to be very respectful because he's right above me. But I did kind of want to catch you guys up on some of the things that we've been experiencing here while we've been here. And the thing is, I know I should have been vlogging more, especially today. I know I should have been vlogging more and showing you guys like the things that we were seeing today. I need my honey and I need some lemon juice. Let me back up a little bit. Because I feel like there's just so much that we've experienced, good, bad, and in between, and I want to be quite transparent about that stuff. So my boo's birthday was like, I don't know, within a month or so ago. He turned the big 35, which you guys already know, I'm already 35, and I wanted to do something really special for him because I'm like, okay, it's 35, it's a big birthday. So I want to do something special and I want to try to give him an experience. Let me take you over here. So I wanted to give him an experience, right? Like he doesn't really treat himself to those type of things, you know? So I was like, okay, what is something that he hasn't done before? What are some things that he would like to do? All that kind of stuff. We went wine tasting, so I have some footage that I'll insert from that. So it's the birthday boy's first event. What are we about to do, babe?
Taste wine.
Are you excited?
Taste wine.
You see, there's quite a difference between this one and the second one, which is wooded. This is unwooded.
Give it the expert taste. You're so cute.
Goodness.
Oh shit, they walked away. So we tasted 6 wines, even though we were only supposed to taste 5. So that was really good. And the following weekend, I had booked some time for he and his friends to go to the gun range. Another place that we kind of go to pretty often. I'm not gonna say often because we just started going there. It's all these different farmers markets. So the farmers markets here are totally different than what you would see in the States. It's like farmers market in the US, you go there to go shopping, to be your hippy dippy Whole Foods self. The farmers markets here are more like social events. So they do have like a farmers market where you can portion, where you can get, fruits and vegetables and produce and things like that. But then like the majority of it is like food, music, and entertainment. And it is such a vibe, okay? It's such a vibe. Because it's like, whenever we're in the States, I'm telling y'all, because it's so expensive, we don't go outside, we don't do nothing. The most that we ever do is like, you might see me with my hauls full of like skincare and like random clothes here and there. And then like we might go get takeout or something, because that's something that we do like once a week. But it's like here, because the cost of living is lower and because our currency goes further, we're able to experience more. We're able to actually live and not just like work and then like go to sleep, work, cook, go to sleep, work, eat. Like, you know what I mean? It takes some of the monotony out of the everyday mundane life. So we've been really enjoying kind of discovering different farmers markets and stuff. And mind you, we've literally just scratched the surface of all the things that you can do. And this is literally just within one city. And I guess kind of its surrounding municipalities and things. But, so that's something that we've been able to do. We've been able to connect with like, I think I told you guys this in earlier clips, with South Africans, with other Black Americans. Truthfully, our whole thing is trying to set up this property. So let me tell you about what we saw today. Okay, because we're going to be going there multitude of times. I just know it. Over the next like several years, you know what I mean? As we kind of like curate this place. But let me tell you about when we went to the design district, the Kramerville. No, she didn't say Kramer. She said Kramer, I think. Kramerville design district. Let me tell you. Ooh, that's perfect. I'm like cold. It's like chilly in here. And it's dark, and I'm like the only one awake right now. Stupid. Am I zoomed in? So we went to the Kramerville Design District today. And if you're someone who doesn't really know what that is, it's basically like this, I'd say it's like an outdoor shopping mall that's just full of stores, like every type of store that you would ever need to be able to outfit your home, your property, your whatever you want to call it. And so you can kind of see a little bit behind me. Everything is quite dated in this place. Like every single thing is dated, like so freaking old. And so I said to my boo, hey, can we go to the design district this week? Just check things out or whatever. And he's like, yeah, sure. So, and this isn't our first time going there. I think it's like our second or third time. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna like want to window shop and look at some furniture and things, because each kind of renovation and just cosmetic change that we make to this place is going to take a while. And that's fine, because it allows us to have time to curate the space so that, like I said, this is our home away from home. So we want to make it feel that way. We don't want to make it feel like we just plopped ourselves into someone else's space and then we just have to figure out how to live with it. We went to this place called Cinema Architects, and they specialize in like automation, home entertainment, cinema rooms, all those sorts of things. They basically take you through their showroom, and it's like an entire experience. And I really wish that I had filmed, but man, every single thing that we saw in there, we were like, oh yeah, we want that. Oh, you got a remote control that controls all this. Oh, you've got an intercom pad that like controls all this other stuff. Like, oh, and I can look at this stuff from my phone, even if I'm in the States, I can like check things out to make sure things are still okay here. Like that to us is like genius, because I think I might have mentioned this before, that like a lot of these homes have a lot of keys to everything, okay? And we don't want to have to deal with keys. We want to deal with like smart locks, biometrics, things like that. I'm going to take my tea, go upstairs and put on my computer and call it a night. Hey folks, welcome back to another day in this vlog. I'm laughing because if you saw the way that I was dressed right now, you'd be like, what the heck, Denise? Like, I had a t-shirt on, like the kind of like biker shorts, shapewear type things, and like some little shoes. But I was supposed to have a skirt on. So we were supposed to go to a farmer's market today, and a different one. I think I told you guys that we sometimes go to Fourways, but we've been trying out different farmers markets, just trying to get the vibe of them, see what type of vendors are there, food. I'm like dying right now. So, let me see. Okay, I'll put this down so I'm not shaking, because my hands are like shaking like crazy. So, we were on our way to the farmers markets, meet up with our friends and stuff. We have fish, and so I go downstairs, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, like I said to my bill, I was like, okay, I'm ready. Like, I'm gonna be downstairs. I'm just gonna check on Charlie and Steve. Those are their names, Charlie and Steve. So I go down there, and the tank is flooding, and the tank is not very small. Like it's kind of big. I was like, babe, get down here. And he's like, what? I was like, the tank is leaking. He's like, oh snap! Like I forgot to turn it off. Sorry, I'm like snotting up and stuff. So it's carpeted down in this room that the fish are in. It's kind of like built in the cabinet, and I'll like post a photo up of what the damage looked like and all of that. So there's lots of water like sopped into the carpet. So my boo is downstairs right now. We have a wet vac that we're using to get up the water and stuff. But the problem is you can't suck up too much before it starts to like spew out water from the filter, and then you have to dump it out. So that's why I'm out of breath, and like my hands are like kind of stiff. They're stiff anyway. They're kind of dirty. Probably can't really tell, but that's why I'm kind of laughing, because I'm just like, if I hadn't gone down there and said, oh yeah, I'm gonna check on Charlie and Steve, our entire house, at least downstairs, would have been flooded, like completely flooded. Fish, I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of fish unless it's on my plate and I'm eating it, but I've never had fish as a kid, and I've never understood the desire people have of wanting fish. Like, why would I want something that's just full of water in my house that does nothing all day? I can't pet it. I mean, it's like you can touch the fish, but like no one's petting a fish like you're petting a cat or like a hamster or a dog or a rabbit. And then like rabbits shouldn't even be household pets, but I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say here as I just ramble on. Speaking of professional development, if you guys care at all, I got my black belt. It's Six Sigma. Hey, I got my black belt. Hey, yeah. So I'm a black belt. I also have my CAPM, which expires next year, and I'm thinking about going at some point, maybe getting my PMP, just to have that. Welcome to the kitchen. I'm about to make some dinner. I'm just cutting potatoes. I'm making some potato wedges, and I'm making this like pretzel-crusted chicken sort of situation. So all I do is I have a cutting board down here that I'm going to be placing the chicken on. Chicken's been washed and dried and all that jazz. But what I'm going to do is pound this out really thin. I was about to say, if I could find the freaking mallet, this is a great way to take out some anger, some aggression that you might be harboring or something. You know, if there's just something on your mind that you just feel the need to pound out on a chicken press, this is the time to do it. Voila, pounded. Throw that back into the thing and move on to the next one. So I've been trying to get more creative in the kitchen, and I cook a lot of chicken, probably like 3 or 4 times a week. And so when you have that much chicken, you want to try to make it a little bit more interesting than the last. So Pinterest is literally like pride and joy, okay, when it comes to recipes. And so I've been finding some really good like fish recipes, sandwich recipes, chicken recipes. And luckily my boo has no problems being a guinea pig when I'm trying out new recipes. And this is one of them. It'll show up. Doesn't that look so good? It's like a pretzel crusted chicken breast with a cheesy mustard sauce or something. I'm probably not gonna do the mustard sauce just because I don't have stone ground mustard. This is what we're working with. Something that's a little fine. I'm gonna keep the little chunks in there. I swear, I don't understand how people do cooking videos all the time because this is just for burgers. So we've got our seasoned chicken. We've got our little egg situation. We've got the pretzels with some salt and pepper and paprika. I also put salt and pepper in here and like a little bit of cayenne. And then I'm just gonna put them on a plate here just to settle down before I put them in. Pressure cooker over there. Let that crisp up and we'll put in the next batch. We're going to do a little taste test. Here we go. Oh yeah. This person was onto something. When they said pretzel crust, it's like a little salty. It's crispy. The chicken isn't too dry. As you know, I pounded the heck out of it. It's really hot. A+. Here's what we got going on. I messed up one of them as I was kind of pulling this stuff out, but this isn't too bad. There's a lot to do in this backyard, but we're doing things literally like piece by piece because you guys know we do everything on a budget and we're not made out of money. So when money is there, if there are things that need to get done before like the cosmetic stuff, which is kind of the stage that we're in right now, is just making sure that the structural stuff is good, that the bones, the pipes, the electricity, all that kind of stuff is good. Then we can get into kind of the cosmetics and stuff. So right now, like this backyard has like a lot of pots. I mean, the whole property has like a lot of pots. Like there's a lot of stuff that was just kind of left here. There's a lot of stuff that was left here. Yeah, so we just have been trying to manage it all.